199 9457.
I know. Who needs another dang Glock clone? Most of you already own Glocks, and some of you own a clone from PSA or Polymer 80 or any of 1,000 companies that make them. You might hate Glocks. Maybe you think they're boring and they're blocky, they're outdated, or they're left behind when it comes to all the features on the cool kids' guns. But you got to admit, Glock still sells more guns than any other pistol maker out there because they just work. Now I hear you grumbling already about Glock perfection, and I agree. There's a lot of things a guy needs to do to his Glock to make it perfect. So the fact that Glocks run anywhere from the high $500 to the high $600 is just stupid. I say that as a guy who owns probably 10 to 12 Glocks in all different calibers, but we can agree that they're overpriced. That's where companies like Bear Creek Arsenal enter the chat. Most of you probably know about Bear Creek Arsenal. Most of you have an opinion of Bear Creek Arsenal's products. I've reviewed a few of them on the Danger Show over the past few years, and one thing you can verify for yourself, they are extremely popular due to their low prices. Now, they have a reputation for piss poor quality control. I've even heard their customer service sucks, but that's not something I've ever dealt with. But if you read the comments below any of my BCA videos, or any BCA videos on YouTube for that matter, you'll see about 98% of the customers are very happy with their BCA guns and parts. Most of you own more than one BCA gun, and you'll love them. Just check the comment section below this video. So when Bear Creek Arsenal offered to send me one of their new BC-101 Grizzly 9mm pistols, I was curious how or if the damn thing would even work, and I was rather skeptical. I can already hear the cynical bastards out there saying, well, of course BCA is going to hand select the best pistol because you're a major YouTube star and you're ridiculously good looking. Well, let me tell you a short tale about the 22 caliber upper receiver they sent me a few years back. It didn't come with an extractor. Yep, no extractor whatsoever. So it definitely wasn't hand-picked for a celebrity gun review. Now, the interesting part of the story is that the upper ran flawlessly, even without the extractor. I didn't even notice the missing extractor until a viewer saw it in the video. It still ate and spit out all of the 22 ammo that I fed it during that test. And I'm not sure how, but the damn thing just worked. So my expectations about this pistol were kind of low. I cracked open the box last fall at my local gun range, and I was initially impressed with the professional packaging. I used to be a graphic designer, package designer in a previous life, and I can appreciate the attention to detail that BCA puts into this thing. The pistol was flat dark earth colored, and it had a black nitride slide. And it had a stainless steel barrel tucked into that slide. And the first thing you notice is the window cuts on the top and the sides of the slide, letting you glimpse that shiny stainless steel goodness inside. The gun felt pretty much like a Glock 17. Well, at least like a Gen 3 Glock 17. Although the slide is this blocky Gen 3 style, it had very interesting and attractive bevel cuts all over it. It also had steel sights installed, which are much better than the worthless plastic Glock sights that come out of the box. The BCA sights appeared to be night sights, but further investigation found they were actually just photoluminescent. And that's a big old fancy word that means you gotta charge the sights with a flashlight to get them to glow. I've never really understood this design. Like I'm gonna blast a flashlight at my gun when I hear the front door being kicked in at 2 in the morning, or I'm gonna ask the violent criminal who's punching me in the face at the ATM to wait a beat and have some coffee while I charge the sights on my gun. I mean, come on. Nope. These to me are basic 3-dot sights with little green inserts, so consider them regular old 3-dot sights. Don't think of them as night sights at all. The stainless steel barrel tucked in the slide was beautiful, with no burrs or sharp edges. BCA sent me a couple of Glock barrels to review in the past, and I've always found them to be just as accurate and well fit as any Glock barrel. Better yet, they come in at around $40 to $50, even the threaded ones, or the blingy gold narco cartel barrels. Bear Creek Arsenal included one of their new spiral cut threaded barrels in the box with my pistol because I'm such a big deal.
I don't know how to put this, but I'm kind of a big deal.
So don't think your BCA Grizzly will come with 2 barrels. This spiral barrel is beautiful, and I pretty much just left it in the gun and threw the stainless barrel in the box as a spare. So about the frame. The grip of the Grizzly 101 has a more natural angle than a Glock, and it's closer to the 1911's famously comfortable grip angle. It's textured in what BCA calls their Grizzly fur pattern. Okay, pretty gimmicky, but this Grizzly fur pattern works. It sticks to my hand better than Glock's little pyramids or whatever they call those things. The BC-101 is the full-size pistol, so it feels like a Glock 17. But BCA also makes a Glock 19 size pistol they call their Grizzly 102. And both of these pistols have a fixed, beveled magwell that shifts the hand higher and makes magazine changes super easy. Not like magazine changes are all that hard. And let me back up. The slide of this pistol is optics cut, and it's cut for an RMR pattern optic. And that's pretty ubiquitous on any pistol coming out of any factory these days, so I'm glad that BCA included that on this lower end pistol. The Grizzly pistols include 2 KCI magazines, and this is where the fun stops. It's pretty well known that the Korean KCI magazines are garbage. Maybe use them for range, but don't ever use them for self-defense. Well, BCA includes 2 of these little 17-round bastards in the pistol. I tried them that first day at the range, and sure enough, the gun choked on almost every magazine of ammunition. So I lined them up on the shooting table, and I shot a 9mm through them. And with a hole through each one of them, and the springs blasted out the sides, they actually had the same reliability as they did before the 9mm round. I don't think it would be all that much more to include 2 Magpul magazines, but I get it. BCA worked hard to get this thing under $300, and cheaper magazines help that goal. But these KCI magazines are garbage, and I think it tarnishes an otherwise reliable reputation of this pistol. It makes the entire package look unreliable, where it's really just the magazines. Now, I had a Glock 34 with me that day, and the 17-round Glock magazines worked just fine, with 0 malfunctions. So my brother and I took this thing out to test it for reliability before I gave it to him as a home defense gun. Yep, it was reliable enough that I'd bet his family's life on it. But while we were running rounds through it, we swapped in an extended magazine of some sort. Well, at least it had an extended base plate. And that, of course, makes the spring weaker inside the magazine, as the spring has more room to stretch top to bottom and isn't as tight, doesn't push up on that follower as hard. That affects heating. Well, sure enough, like a fat man eating a ham sandwich, this thing choked all the time. Switching back to Glock or Magpul magazines, and we were back to 100% reliability. So use KCI magazines or extended base plates if you want to practice your malfunctions, but please don't use them for self-defense. At the very least, use your Magpul magazines. Now, my brother took the gun home with him with explicit instructions to never use that magazine for serious social work. And maybe I should have shot a hole in that one too. So this gun sells for 295 bones. Now, there are other Glock clones out there for around that price, and you'll be just fine with those too. But if you're on a budget, and like me, you want to have a gun stashed in various places around your house, or your shop, or your vehicle, buying several Glocks would be cost prohibitive, but picking up several of these Grizzlies could be much easier to handle. I can also picture this as a college student's first gun, where you're living on such a tight budget that you can barely afford ramen noodles, but you live in a shitty neighborhood and you want to protect yourself. This might be just the answer for you. It could also work as a great training gun, so you don't beat up or damage your fancy Glock. Now, here's a drawback. Although mostly identical to a Gen 3 Glock 17, the BC-101 has 1913 Picatinny rails on the underside of the frame. Now, that's a good thing. It's much easier to attach accessories than it would be to attach them to a Glock's one-lug rail system. But 1913 pick rails are wider than Glock's rail, and because of this, it won't fit your common tight friction-fit Kydex holsters. Now, you can find plenty of sloppy holsters, like this Kydex monstrosity that has more slop than a Romanian pig farm. But just be aware, you'll need to either go the leather route or find a custom Kydex maker like that weirdo who makes them in his single-wide trailer on the edge of town. The BC-101 shoots, well, like most any Glock, but it actually has a lighter trigger. I didn't measure it before I gifted it to my brother, but I'd say it's closer to a 4-pound trigger than Glock's 5.5-pound factory trigger. The take-up is normal Glock. The break is fairly crisp, and the reset is a hard click. Well, big deal. You won't notice or care when you're shooting over your shoulder as you run screaming from the outlaw biker gang. For the price, it's a pretty basic and pretty decent trigger. The slide release was tough, and I mean really tough. But like Glocks and so many other pistols, this little tiny flap of metal is designed to be pushed up as a slide lock, not thumbed down to John Wick your gun back into action. Use the overhand method of releasing your slide and we'll all be okay. So we found the BC-101 to be just as accurate as any Glock I own, but my brother didn't want a red dot installed on it just yet. He's not in the trendy cool kids, happy time, band, and musical jamboree club like the rest of us. He liked the gun with the iron sights, and he really liked the gun, probably because I was giving it to him for free. I really liked the gun, and with the proper magazines, I'd stash a few of these things around outbuildings here on Danger Mountain, or stuff a few into bug-out bags or road emergency bags. Because coming in at less than $300, you don't have much to lose. Now you can shit on BCA all you want in the comment section, but they make a reliable pistol, and they make awesome barrels. And, even better, they offer both of those things at prices that even a street corner hobo could afford. So if you stumble across their website, pick one up. I think you're actually going to be kind of surprised at how nice they are for the price. Hey, these are crazy times out there, so you guys stay armed whenever and wherever you can, even if it's with a low-end but reliable pistol like this Bear Creek Arsenal Grizzly 101. And until next video, OG out.